Morning. Good morning, good morning. Let me adjust my camera a little here. I always have to do this when I come online. For some reason or another, it will not let me fix my Zoom until I get online on my mobile. Good morning. This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and today is Tuesday, June the 13th. Welcome to my desk. 2023. Oh my goodness, the year is going fast. This little garden angel was gifted to me by Kimberly. Ah, isn't she cute? And I thought she would be a perfect little example to show, look, there's some Kimberly 2021. She gifted me this. And I've had her sitting over on my other desk. She's so cute. She says, good morning. I am going to work on a ragdoll pattern. Becky at Aunt Beck's Creations is doing a ragdoll project. I hemmed and hawed about whether I was going to participate in that because I have so much going and I'm so behind and I'm so overwhelmed. And then I said, yeah, I think I will. And so I'm going to kind of draw out a pattern for it this morning because that's what Becky did. I don't have the links right at hand. She's got a part 1 that she started last week in her noon stream. And this week, she's going to do part 2. She's been streaming on Wednesdays at noon Eastern. So I'm going to work with her. Yes, yes, yes. All right. I'm going to put this back over here on my desk so that I don't damage her or lose her. She's a little garden angel. And of course, we always have Penelope here. Let me sit down and set up my tablet so that I can welcome folks in. And I need to talk to you about my hours. Let me get on here first. Let me go to my channel. We've got 3 folks in here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Carlana. Oh my goodness, it's good to see you. Welcome, Carlana. I don't know if you have seen, let me set the quality on my video as soon as this notification disappears. Oh. I want to talk to you about my hours. I have been struggling with my morning hours, and you will watch. I watch but miss the lives. Well, thank you, Carlana. Thank you for watching. I've been missing my own lives too. My schedule, I don't know what it is. My body is just kind of rebelling against, I wake up, but I just can't make myself get in here at 4:30 in the morning. So I was awake at 4 o'clock, but I thought, I think I'm going to change my morning hours, at least temporarily, to 6 a.m. I'm keeping the ending hours so that folks who come in, like I was going from 4:30 to 9 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I'm still going to go until 9, but I'm going to go from 6 to 9. And that's still a 3-hour stream. That's still a good stream. And if I want to stream earlier, I can. I'll just post. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of a snap decision. Let me refresh my chat here. There we go. So welcome to you if you're up in the balcony, waking up yourselves. I have some happy mail. This came from Sherry Van, and she messaged me, and, well, she said, do you want these? And bless her heart for sending, you guys, you you pay the postage here to send this stuff, and I truly do appreciate it. So this is Happy Mail from Sherry Van. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. And of course, I'm going to work on my June desk journal, maybe. I have to, I'm going to take some of this out. I have to put May in here. I've got May done. This is the cover, but I want to put some fabric there. Maybe we'll do that this morning. Fabric here and here. Looks like I got a piece of snippet of fabric there. So I'm trying to do a little journal every month. Now let's go back to the mail. And this is, I almost feel like taking this off, but it's such a protection. Hold on, let me. And you know, I'm awake early, but I'm finding that I want to stream just a little bit later. And I know some of you are early birds, you start your day early, and some of you are late night birds who are ready to go to bed at 6. So, but I have to do what my body can tolerate. So I'm going to see how this works. Let me show you what she sent me here. If I can get it out. Sherry, thank you so much. They are some work baskets. Now, she asked me, she said they have tatting patterns in them. I think I might have that one or one similar. We'll see. If I have it, I can use it, the duplicate for art journaling. Hi, Rhonda. Good morning, Rhonda. Hi, Stephanie. Hey, good morning. You're stopping in to say hi and make sure everything is good with you. I'm doing okay from here. How's your hubby, Stephanie? Hi, Mitzi. Good morning, Mitzi. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Check out my community tab, and then if you're in Fib Diggity Facebook group, check that out too, because that's where I posted. I have a feeling Arlene didn't see my note. Arlene and Rhonda are really, they jump in in the mornings. Rhonda has to start her day soon, so but check it out, because I think at least temporarily I've been doing all this gardening, you guys. Yesterday I mulched the corn, I weeded, and I watered, and I cleaned the bird bath, and I planted. Laura Vasquez had gifted me a whole packet of seeds. And I mean, not just a whole packet of packages of seeds. And there were a lot of giant zinnia seeds in there. And I planted those. We had an empty spot on our garden. So I planted all those yesterday. Now, I planted them kind of thick, thinking that if they're older seeds, some of them may come up and some of them won't. So what I'm thinking is I'll do is, as they grow, if they grow thick, because giant zinnia seeds need space. And I think I'll take some and transplant them, and we'll see how that works. But I just planted them yesterday. You can plant zinnia seeds later in the season. They'll bloom later, but that's okay too. So I still have some mulching to do around I took all those leaves that we had left over from last year, and I hauled them all out to the garden, and I mulched around the corn. So my body says, I'm tired. So I think the 6 o'clock time, if I wake up at 4, I'll still set my alarm for 4. And I wake up and I'll have a cup of coffee, I'll have my devotions, and that just gets my day started by 6 o'clock. And I'm thinking that that might work a little bit better for me. I might be able to do Monday and Wednesday streams if I do that. And, we'll just see if that works better. I'm not sure. I'm not going to commit to anything. Hi, Raul. Good morning, Raul. Mitzi says, good morning. There's Don. Hi, Don. I don't know if Stephanie's still, he's doing okay. It's just going to take time. Okay, Stephanie. Stephanie, you're in my hearts and prayers. Stephanie is my Scrabble partner, and I tell you, she's a challenge to me. She's a challenge. I love it. I love it. And Stephanie, that ID that I play with Scrabble, if you're still listening, if you have to get on with your day, that's okay. But I use that ID just to play with you. And I had another ID that I was playing, but I just kind of turned that one off. I spend too much time playing Scrabble. You'd think I would be smarter, but I'm not. Mitzi says, ditto, Meri, liking your new time. Oh, thank you, Mitzi. Raul says, good morning, Meri. And all, I'm prepping my lunch. Spinach salad with goat cheese, carrot, apple, fried onion, and olives. Oh, that's a Mediterranean diet for sure, Raul. That sounds so delicious. That sounds delicious. Dawn says, oh, Meri, you were busy. I'm sure you are very tired. I am tired. And we had storms. We had storms on the weekend. And so I had it never fails when I mow. The next day it rains. And it really rained this weekend. We were blessed with rain. We needed it so bad. And I know there were other parts of the country and other parts of the world that I know Lena had said, send us some of that rain. We need rain desperately. And I wish I could. I wish I could just snap my fingers and not destructive storms, but just good rain to replenish the water levels. But I have to mow again. Now, I'm not going to mow today. I'm going to take, when Laura sent me, Laura Vasquez sent me some, I was venting about Dollar Tree not stocking their double-sided tape. So Laura Vasquez, bless her heart, sent me 6 packages of Dollar Tree double-sided tape. And she sent me $18. So bless her heart, I am going to go to town today on the Facebook Marketplace. There's a lady who was selling some Nancy Drew and Hardy Boy books. And there's just 4 of them, but it's $10. They're about, $2.50 a book, which is good for those books. And so I'm going to take $10 of that money that Laura sent me and buy those Nancy Drew books. And then I'm going to go to Dollar Tree and see if they've stocked their Dollar Tree tape. And if they have, I'm going to spend the remaining $8 on tape. If they haven't stocked it yet, then I'll save my $8. I think they changed management at our Dollar Tree, and they must be adjusting to the new people need time to get in there and learn the ropes and everything. And I'm hoping that they'll restock their stuff because it's in a nice location. It's a nice building. It's a nice store. It just needs some loving. Hi, Nashwa. Good morning, Nashwa. Rhonda says, Meri, I have the complete set of Nancy Drew books. Oh, Rhonda, how cool is that? Well, I have to be honest, I'm getting these for art journaling. I bought a bag of books for a bag of books, and I also found those on Marketplace. But I want to go to a garage sale so bad, and I just can't. I have to, after I get the yard mowed, I have to get in here and clean a little. Um, I just can't keep dragging stuff in here without cleaning. Let's look at these work baskets. Wow, I don't have this one. This one's cool. Now, she said there's some tatting patterns in here. And you guys are familiar with, I know you are, with the work basket magazines. To tat on page 20 and 47. Oh, and their edges. Let's look at page 20. That's 18. Oh, cool. A map sack, a sack to hold your maps, decorator plaques, Pinocchio Pete. Oh, that's 22. No wonder. Oh, I could do that. That's cool. Scallop tatted edge. We might do that one. And what was the other one? 47? Oh. Embroidery chart. 47. Ooh, lunch. Lemon taffy chiffon pie. You need unflavored gelatin, sugar, salt, water, lemon juice, 4 eggs, molasses. We don't really use molasses. Lemon rind, heavy cream. We don't use that too much either. That's pretty expensive. A pastry shell and nutmeg. But that sounds good. I want to go to page 47 here. I'm just going to check out the, dainty tatted edge. That one's pretty too. I wonder if I could do that one. It looks like they tatted loops here and then tatted little rings around it and just kept going. These work baskets are cool. We need another magazine like this. It's a lot of needlework, but they give other things in here like stuffed seahorses, Christmas tree, women who make sense, little projects you can do to sell. It's always foods, recipes, garden, flower and garden forum, propagating African violets by plant division. We have some vine growing out under our south living room window. And I think I want to get that vine started out in, I have to, when I go to town today, I want to go to Menards and get some more marigolds for out. I haven't done our corner yet. That's to do. A visor cap, jaunty visor cap. Looks like that's a crochet project. There's the tatted edge. Pinocchio Pete is an attractive little fellow who passes to each dealer and makes the problem of whose turn it is to deal. Oh, it's for a card. So when they're playing cards, when they change dealers, they pass Pinocchio Pete. You will love her. This charming 4-year-old lives on a poverty-stricken Navajo reservation. Oh. Cranberry apple pie. That sounds good, doesn't it? Swiss custard pie. Swiss cheese, minced onion, eggs, milk, salt, pepper, and nutmeg. That's more of a dinner pie than a dessert pie. Pumpkin pie. My brother would like that. Pizza chicken. Chicken carnival. I don't care for chicken that much. These are all chicken recipes. Nativity scene. Here's a teenage saddle shoulder pullover if you like to knit. My knitted cap is still out there with the knitting needle stuck in the, still because I hit a spot where I need to back up and fix a stitch, and I haven't done it yet. All right. Oh, the 10 Commandments, a decorator stitchery piece to treasure for all time. Let's see where the padding is here. That's knitted. To tat, Colonial Lady, age 8. Oh, look at her. Oh, that's cool. I could do this one too. It's a pretty simple design because it's just just rows of chains and picots until you get up to here, and it looks like there's some loops. That's interesting. Sherry Van, I want to thank you for this. I'll have to send her a message. We just got these in the mail yesterday. Rice, rice, rice. Chicken, lamb, ginger beef, rice almond, pecans, ham and rice loaf, cranberry rice dessert. I'm just I'll take these in and put them by my recliner and read them closer. I'm just looking at the tatting. Easy to make dusting mitt. Pieces of an old shag rug or bath mat. And all these little patterns. This one looks familiar to me. I think I might have this, which means if I have a duplicate, I can cut into one. But I'll save the tatting patterns, which are 8, 20, and 33. A motif bookmark. I want to do some bookmarks. I might consider that. Motif bookmark, 820. That's 22. Tatted doilies. Wow, they really went to town on that. Looks like they used a thicker thread. And what was the other one? 33. 500 quilt designs included for just $1. And it's got all of these monograms and old-time decorative designs, needlecraft. It's got all these little patterns. So I like this page. This is a pretty cool page. I want to go to page 33. 26. Are you a large size? Sizes 36 to 60. Free. Half size. I think I'm more of a half size. That's 40. Well, I wanted 33. 32. Asters. Asters. A-S-T-E-R-S. One towel. They're putting their tatting on a towel there. One towel takes 3/4 a yard of huck toweling, about 30 yards each of lavender green, and 25 yards of crochet cotton of yellow. You will need a tatting shuttle and a ball and a small size crochet hook. All of these patterns look doable to me. For beginning, I'm a beginning tatter. Ooh, look at that. Do you want a heavenly figure? I do. And I like this. I think this is a duplicate magazines, which means I can tear this up. Buttermilk coconut pie, peach pecan pie. Ooh, that sounds good. We've got peaches in the freezer. I've been trying to use them up before August. Old favorite walnut bread. I don't know if I have this as a duplicate or not. Some of these recipes look familiar. Don't look familiar to me. Finger puppet, sponge bib. Thank you so much, Sherry. I'll put these in by my recliner and explore them a little bit more. Let me look at chat and welcome folks in. Let me refresh my chat. Good morning. There's Kimberly. Kimberly, did you see I was showing your little garden angel that you sent me? because I'm going to work on my ragdoll pattern. And I thought she would be cute to kind of put on my thumbnail. Kimberly sent me this little doll. Isn't she cute? She's got a little hat or halo, or this could be her hair. And she's got a little some leaves in here, which might be her crown. She's so cute. And this looks like it was an egg. I'm not sure. And a spool of thread here. And she's got a cute face and little wings that are made out of fabric clusters. I just adore her, Kimberly. Thank you so much for her. And let's see what else is going on. Dawn says, oh, I love sweet custard pie. Ooh, that sounds good, Dawn. That custard pie that I showed the recipe for, I think was more of a savory pie that you would have for a meal. Kimberly says, oh, good. Mitzi says, Kimmy Kim, Mary's and mine could be sisters. Yeah, well, speaking of yours, Mitzi, I bought this. This Mitzi had sold this at Keisha's auction. And I don't think you made this. I think you probably bought it, didn't you? I think he's missing. Oh, no, he's got his other arm here. But he's a melting snowman. And I think Mitzi sold this at one of Keisha's auctions. And then I also have over here, might as well get them all out. I've got my little painted ochre pod, my little Santa Claus. They're sitting in a basket over on my other desk. And then Sharon Lombard sent me this felted doll. Isn't she darling? I adore her. I just adore her. She really does an excellent job on these. Sharon Lombard, I owe. And we planted some okra this year. I hope it comes up. I asked my brother, I was weeding the corn yesterday, and we planted a row of okras, but the okra, I'm going to set these over here. I'll put them back better later. The okra seed was older seed, so I don't know if it's coming up. I can't identify the little pieces. So I didn't hoe around that row where I think the okra is. And we did a second row of a second planting of onions, and they're just starting to come up. And we did a corn. We have an early row, 2 rows of early corn and 2 rows of later corn. And that's really what I worked on the past few days, are the corn. And then I planted all those zinnia seeds. You made several, Kimberly? Do, 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 do. Let's see. Did somebody come in that I missed? Mitzi's here. Dawn is here. Kimberly. Do, 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 do. Kimberly, I don't know if you saw it or not, but I think I'm going to change my hours, at least temporarily, until I can get my early morning groove back to 6 o'clock instead of 4:30. And I'll still have the same ending time. I'm up at 4, but I can't make myself get in here. This morning I was up at 4, but I just needed time to get moving. And I had a cup of coffee, and no coffee in here. I can do 1 cup and then maybe 1.5 cups, and then I need to stop because that keeps me awake too. But I'm thinking about changing. Well, I am. I'm going to try it for the next week or so at 6 o'clock. And if I want to go back to 4:30, I can. I mean, I don't have much conflict with people at 4:30 in the morning. I mean, the international, I might, but, they usually have their own communities anyway. Dawn says, oh, what a blast from the past. My great aunt used to get work baskets, and she shared with me. I wonder what happened to my copies. Oh, they're in some box someplace. That's what I say, Dawn. Rhonda says, Meri, I have the complete set of Nancy Drew books. Nashwa popped in. Rhonda's here. Mitzi's here. And Carlana popped in real early, and Stephanie did. So welcome to all you early birds. Welcome, welcome. And Becky just popped in. She says, I can finally sit for a bit. Well, sit down and get that Howie and put him in your lap. And Becky, I'm going to do your ragdoll project. If you want to leave a link again to part 1 and announce your part 2, Becky streams on Wednesdays at noon Eastern, high noon Eastern. And she started a ragdoll project. And what I thought I would do this morning is, now you're doing your patterns. What did I do with the newspaper? I had newspaper. Here it is. I'm going to draw my pattern out on newspaper first. But you did your head separately from your body and your feet separately. I think I'm going, but what I like is Becky said, she said, I want you to make it your own. So she's not sharing her pattern, but she gives all her measurements and everything. So it's pretty easy to follow if you want to do what Becky's doing. But she says it's your doll, and I want it to be yours. So she's not putting the pattern out there. But I think I'm going to make my doll. Yeah, I might make the arms separately because I can attach the arms, because this is pretty narrow. It's like 24 by 11. But what I thought I would do is draw out the body. And I can tell you, I was thinking, now what do I want to do? What do I want to do? I kept asking myself for ragdoll. And I think I've settled with one thing is she's going to have gold hands and gold shoes. And Becky used muslin for her body. She's going to sew it together. She's going to sew it together next week. Let's see. Let's grab one that just has... This is a TV guide that comes in our Saturday paper. We don't watch that much TV. Let's put the head this way. All right, we'll start with the head. I think I'll do the arms separately, but I think I'll make and when I stuff her, I'll stuff her from the side and then stuff her feet down. I can do that. So I'm just going to kind of, well, you know what? I think I'm going to fold this in half like Becky did. I didn't get the entire video of part 1 watched, but I was right where you were cutting the half part. Well, no, you were cutting the feet out. And it got called to supper. We had beans and ham. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of sketch out. This won't be the final pattern, but I just kind of want to get an idea of how I want my doll to look. And now Becky said leave a 1/4 inch. And she said any more than a 1/4 inch kind of is difficult to. So I'll leave kind of a 1/4 inch in here. Now the torso, let's see. I think I want to, but I'm thinking I want my lady to have a bosom like this and shoulders. Now I could do the hands, but the hands, I think I will do the hands separately because it'll be kind of hard to stuff those. But I'll draw them on here just to kind of, so you kind of get an idea of where I'm going with this. Becky said, Scott's mom is coming over to get me to drive her to Miracle. You're going to drive her to a miracle? Well, that sounds good, Becky. You're pretty talented. Hi, Mina. Good morning, Mina. Becky said, I will for a bit, Part 2. Okay. Part 2. Let's see. Becky left a link for part 1. Check out Becky's ragdoll videos because this is not going to be dark enough for me if I can't get a better one. Becky does really good tutorials. Check her out. Now, I want the arms to kind of come out this way, but I'll do the arms separately. And she's going to have golden hands. And maybe when I dress her, I'll dress her with, fancy sleeves. I don't know. We're just kind of sketching here. But I want her to have a bosom. Now, she's gonna be dressed. Now I'm going to do the hands separate. So they'll connect here. I have to see how Becky's connecting hers. So her shoulder will come up this way. And her head might be a little big. Let's make her head a little smaller. There. And I don't know. I was thinking that I'd keep the feet. I was thinking that I'd keep the feet on the doll. Becky did her neck separately, her head and her neck separately, and then she will join them in there. But I think I'm going to stuff mine all at once. So let's give her a hippie hip here. Like so. And that might be pretty hippie doll. And we'll give her longer legs here. And I'll have to stuff these. See, I'm thinking I'd stuff her on the sides. I can try it. If it doesn't work, it's just fabric. I think I'm liking her. She's going to have a knee here. Now, I can't decide whether I want her legs to go out this way or just make them like this. Well, she's going to have toes. I kind of like the idea of doing her legs like this. Of course, she needs an ankle here. Now I got a heel, a toe, something like that. And an ankle. I might have to redo that. Of course, Becky did her pattern in Becky did her pattern in pencil. And Meri gets out her Sharpie. Yeah, I think I'm kind of liking that. And then her hands, I think I will do her hands separate. I'll join them in here. I'll have to see how Becky joins them. So it's this part here that I'm going to cut out. And let's cut it out and see what it looks like. And I'm pretty happy with it. I think I'll give her gold hands, and I'm going to cut this off. We'll do her hands separate. Let me refresh chat. Becky did all her measuring. Meri eyeballs it. Becky said that will be hard to close by hand. Yeah, maybe, but I think I'll stuff it right in here. And I'll stuff the legs first, and then the body. I mean, then the head, and then the body. We'll see how it turns out. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't leave the... This is just going to be an initial pattern. I'm going to draw another pattern around this. So I think what I'll do is cut her out, and then I'll do the seam lines. I just want to see how she looks. I don't know if I want her legs this far apart. I might want her legs a little straighter because she'll be standing like this. So I might adjust that. I might do that right now because I don't think I want her standing so with her legs so like a V shape. I needed to do those ankles better anyway. If I can figure out where I really need a different color. I put my colored ones away. This is just a sketchy pattern. Let's see. Yeah, I cut this. That's not going to work. I'll have to do the legs. I'll do the legs separately when I draw her again. But you'll see what I mean with her legs being a V shape. And I'm just going to cut her body out. She's going to have a knee here. I'm going to do her again. I'm just getting the shape here. She might be a little fat. I might have to slender her down a little. I was thinking about putting a fancy hat on her. For some reason, I seem to like the 1880s style. I don't know if I want a fancy dress or not. Let's throw this away. All right. Yeah, see, her legs are... When I do the pattern, when I do the next one, I think I'll take these legs and adjust them a little straighter. I don't know. Shall I make her slender? More slender? Let's turn her this way. I think her torso can be a little more slender up in here. Give her a cinched corset waist. And then she's got big hips now, but I can adjust that on when I do the next. You'll see. We'll adjust her hips too. So let's get out another piece of paper. I think I'm happy with this part in here. Now I'm going to have seam lines around here, but in here when I do her legs, I'll clip it here and move those legs in and maybe shape up her torso area. Let's get another sheet. I'll show you. Fold it in half. Now, Becky had tape measure, and she gave precise measurements, like I think the head was 4 inches, and I think she wanted 20-inch for the doll, and she had, you know, figured out where the eyes would go on the head and how much for the torso and how much for the legs. Meri said, this is what I'm going to do. Now, I'm happy with this area. Let's cut this off right about here. And let's flip it over. And don't forget, I'm going to do arms here. Well, let's move this up a little. I might have to do 2, 3 of these before I'm satisfied, but Becky said, make it your dolly. Make it your dolly, so that's what I'm going to do. And I think I'll come in a little bit more with the waist here. And let's do her hip. All right. I think I'm happy with this. Now for her legs, I think I want a more, let's draw them. More. We still want the hips, maybe right in there. And coming down, maybe the kneecap right about here. Of course, you know, this part will get clothed depending on how I dress her. All right, so the knee is going to go in there. And, you know, then the leg kind of curves out again. And down, and then she's got an ankle. And I want the foot, my foot, to come out like this. Now that might be, but I think I'm pretty happy. And then her arm will be attached in here. So let's, I don't know, maybe her head needs to be a little smaller. Like that. And then we'll have that 1/4 inch around. And that this, of course, will be 1/4 inch. And I'm not sure I'm happy with that. But we'll see how it turns out. Once I get that, you know, it has to, this is the cut line, but I want to be sure I want a good torso in here. I want a bosom. Because she's a female. And Becky even measured out a 1/4 inch all the way around. Meri eyeballs stuff. Now this is the the cut line will actually seam it together. And I'm not sure I'm happy with this area. I think I want it in a little more. Like that. We'll see how this works. I can always adjust things. That's what Becky was saying. You can always adjust as you go and as you learn. All right, let's cut this out and see how that works. And I don't know, I guess I'll save these for something for now. Let me look at chat before I cut any more. Let me refresh my chat. Boy, I'm dying for another cup of coffee. I'm not going to do it, though. Hi, Sherry. Sherry. Thank you for, if you scroll back a little, you'll see where I showed the work basket magazines. Thank you so much for sending those. I think I have one, but you know what? I love the duplicates because I can cut out of one and use it for, I want to do a sewing journal. I've got all this sewing stuff. I need to finish the one that I started, the sewing caboodle that I started with Rosemary. I just need to do a lot of things. That's going to be very hard to turn and stuff, just saying. Yeah, I know it will be, Becky, but I think I can do it. I'm going to keep it and we'll struggle with it. We'll struggle with it. I'm not changing it, Becky. Oh, Meri, you're stubborn. Becky says, okay, I warned you. I warned you, Meri. I tried. You didn't listen to me. I know, Becky. I know, Becky. I love you. I'm not going to change my way, though. Becky says, well, okay, then. I think I can stuff it, Becky. Because if I stuff her from the side here, let's cut her out. But I think I'm going to stuff her from here, and I'll stuff the legs first. And I'll stuff it with like a stick, you know, a kebab stick in there, and stuff her all in there, and I'll stuff both legs, and then I'll stuff the torso and the head area. I mean, I'm going to attach the hands separately, like you. I haven't watched you cut out your hands yet, but I'll watch and see how you attach your hands. But I have one of those big long doll needles that I think I can attach the hands to. You might leave, I don't know, did you leave a spot in here like you did on the neck? I'll have to watch and see how you attach the hands. I'll figure it out. Becky said, I told you it's going to be hard to stitch and cut. I tried to tell her. She's stubbornness. H-E-double-L. Oh, Becky, I love you. But I'm not changing it. Because I like it. I like it like this. I like her. I'm going to have gold, and you know, Becky has warned us not to paint the fabric because it'll be hard to sew through. However, I have some gold screen printing ink, and screen printing is for fabric. So I think I'm going to try that. I want gold legs. Let's turn her over. Oh, she's not shapy enough in here for me. She doesn't have the waist that I want. And her head is, well, now wait, I need to be conscious of this. But, I wondered, well, by the time I put a 1/4 inch over here, now see, this is going to have, well, I think I need more of a neck in here. Becky said it's going to be hard. Oh, Meri, Meri, Meri. I'm teasing Becky. She tries to give me all these helpful hints, and Meri doesn't really follow. She's got big boobs. What can I say? I don't really like that. I don't like this area. Let's make it a little, that's what she needs. She needs a little more shape in here. I might cut this out again once I get this figured out here. And then her head comes, her head is still too big. Let's fold this, draw it on this side. I'll probably do this 3 or 4 times before I get it like I want it. Now, on this, I do have a seam line in here. I have this 1/4 inch seam line. In there. Yeah. Now she's a little more hippie than I want. All right. I like this leg. It's this area in here. It's this area. And you know I'm going to do this again. Because I'm still trying to figure her out here. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. And I know it's going to be hard to stuff, but if I leave from here to maybe in here open, and then if I stuff this leg first and then stuff this leg and get them nice and tight, I think I can do that. And then I'll stuff this area next in here, and then we'll stuff her bosom here. I don't think I have this. She's gonna have big boobs. I don't know if I want her boobs that big. She says, all right. Let's cut this out again and do it again here. I think I'll cut from this side. Well, I'm happy with this leg though. And remember, I'm stitching. It's going to be pretty narrow in here, but I like her shape. I like her. We'll see how she turns out. Becky says, yeah, we will. I can see a disaster in the making. I love Becky. Becky does a good job. This is not if you want a tutorial, watch Becky's stream. This is not a tutorial. This is Meri playing. Becky said, make it your own, so that's what I'm doing. Now, I kind of like this part here better than this part. But I like this leg. So let's cut from the... Now, this is the doll. This is not the cutting line. I'm going to do it again. It'll be this part in here that will be hard to stuff, where the skinny stuff is. Where the skinny stuff is. But I think if I use a long needle, even like a Tunisian crochet hook, I think I can get in there. Meri's thinking she can't. Oh, what did I do here? I cut this one off. We'll use this for the pattern here. I cut her toes off there. Meri, you cut my toes off. I did. Becky says, awesome, Kimberly. Kimberly said, about the same size as Becky's. I'll tweet a picture of her. I'm making him a buddy. Paint it after she's stuffed them. Yeah. Yeah, after she's stuffed, I'll paint it. That's a good suggestion. That is a very good suggestion. Because, but I am intending on using screen print to paint her with, screen print ink, because, you know, screen print ink is for fabric. I mean, that's what they screen print on fabric. Now, I'm not totally sure about this, but we'll go ahead and cut this area out. I might have to adjust her head a little bit more. And we want this area for her hips. It sounds like Kimberly made a doll that looks something like, she says, about the same size as Beck's. I'll tweet a pic. Thank you, Sherry. The narrower she is, the harder it'll be to turn her inside out. That's true. That is true. But I'll get it done. Really, when you stop to think about it, it is just a small sock. I still think I can do it. We'll try. And if I can't, I'll go back and I'll say Becky was trying to tell me, and I wasn't willing to change my way. But I think I'm happy with her shape. She's got a little hip in here, but by the time you get her arms on there, maybe I'll make her shoulders a little, I don't know. She's got a little hippie here. Let's turn her this way so you guys can see her all body. I cut off her toes there. But I think I'll leave her hippie. You know, by the time well, I don't know. Should I thin her hips down a little? Becky says, no! Don't make her any skinnier. I think I'll leave her hippie. I could extend the shoulder out a little bit more, but then she'd be fat. I don't want her fat. I'm going to leave her the way she is. Becky says, Meri, listen to me. We're going to do it one more time on here. I'll watch and watch Meri fluster and fail with her. It will be kind of hard to turn inside out, but I think if I wrestle with it enough, I can do it. It's her legs that's going to be hard to, but you can get a hold. You know, you have those long, and I have one, but it's up in Wisconsin. Those tools that you turn things inside out with. I'm going to put her like this. Now, I think I'm happy with her shape, though. I don't want her to be too fat. All right. Let's clip it. Becky says, I tried to tell her. I tried my best. This area in here might be a little, if I bring it out a little, well, we'll see. We will see. So I'm going to draw the line first, and then I'll come back with a 1/4 inch line. Oh, up a little. Now, when I trace her on fabric, what I have here is this, which is pretty thick. It's pretty thick. I think this is muslin that I got off of Amazon, and that's what I'm going to use for the body. I've got a couple yards of it, and I did wash it. But I might need to trace it. I haven't watched how Becky cut hers out yet. I don't know. Did you use tracing paper when you made your pattern? Or did you use pencil to... Is Becky still here? Let me refresh my chat. Oops, what did I do? Cancel. Discard. It wanted me to make a clip. I hit the wrong button. Let me refresh my chat. I got to where she was cutting out the feet. The shoulders should stick out further than her ears. Well, yeah. Her ears would be here, so her shoulder kind of is in line. If this is her head, I might need to make her head a little smaller. I was thinking her head's too big anyway. She's got a big head. My dolls have big heads. All right, do I have her? Let's unclip it. I might have to adjust the size of the head a little here, maybe make it a little smaller in here. And so the shoulder would be there, her ear would be there, so that it does come out further. I was thinking her head was too big anyway. So we will make this a cutting line. It's about a 1/4 inch. And I think she's going to be kind of hippie. I could slenderize her a little in here. Let's slenderize her. We might have to do this again. I don't want her too slender in there because it'll be too hard to stuff. Are you going to do this again, Meri? I might trace her out again. This is just me playing until I get the shape of the pattern that I want. I think I'm going to stop here. Maybe make this. I don't want it too small. Let's cut this one out without the cutting lines and do it again. How many times are you going to do it, Meri? Until I'm happy. Becky says, I'll sit and watch this happen. You pinned your pattern down and cut your doll pieces out. Oh, is that what you did? You cut around the pattern. That's a good idea. I'll do that, Becky. I'll take that advice. I didn't want to use ink on my muslin. Now, this is not with the cutting line. I'm cutting her out. Did you fold the fabric as you cut, like you did the pattern here? Rather than cut her all out separately, did you fold the fabric? No, you cut it out like, oh, and you cut two. You cut two. She's too hippie. I slenderized her hips. And yeah. Okay. Because you have to have a front and a back to this. Whoops. Hold that together. She is skinny. But I still think, now this is not the cutting line. This is my scissors in there. This is the actual doll line here. Kimberly says, I'm using an extra bed pillow that I have for stuffing. I will make him a girlfriend, Mitzi. Kimberly says, you pinned your pattern down and cut the doll pieces out. Yeah, you did you are attaching your head and your feet and your arms separately. Because I think she's doing that because it'll be easier to stuff them. But I don't want to do all that separate attaching stuff. All right, let's see how she looks. How do you look, lady? Yeah, she looks a little bit more proportionate, doesn't she? I'm still not quite happy with this area, but maybe it needs to be just a little. Well, if I put her arms, it depends on whether I'm going, yeah, let's see, an arm. Yeah, I'll have to stuff the arms separately. Now, this is not an arm. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to attach the arms. Let's turn it this way. See, if I attach them in there, I'll have to have room on here to put that in there. Almost like that, though. So this might become part of the attaching. We'll figure it out. I think I'm happy with this one. But she will have a cutting line, so let's do it one more time. I'm running out of good print with the white area. Let's see what else I have in here. There's schedule in here. One more time. I could do it on brown paper, but we'll do it here. I don't want to dig out the brown paper. And I'll finish watching your first video. I don't know if I can do it today because I'm going to town today. I'm going to town. I'm hoping my check comes in today. It may not. I'll have to go to town another day if my check doesn't come in. All right. So we are going to trace her out again here. So you pinned her, like if this is your fabric, you have her out like this, and you have two pieces, and you pinned her down and cut. Oh, let's grab a pin here. I'm going to leave this area the way it is for now, and if I have a problem, I might have to adjust this area in here. It might need to be a little smaller. I think I'll adjust it now. I think this area is too long. I'm thinking I need to bring it more shapier here, because this will be where her arm will go. More like that, maybe. She says, yes, I don't have big boobs. Her boobs will be in here. Yeah, it needs to be. But I need room in here to attach her arms. Well, let's cut this first and see if I need to do any more. Her arms will go in here. Now let's shape this up a little better. Yeah, that's a little better. I'm not sure I'm completely happy with that, but we'll see how it turns out. It's just the doll. I'm not an expert doll maker. What time is it? It's 7:18. Today is Tuesday. So Tuesday is news day. That's what they say at Creator Insider. Tuesday is news days, and then they give all the YouTube updates. So what did I do with that needle? Here it is. Speaking of news, I'm waiting for my check to come in. I'm hoping to do a celebration of on the 15th, which is Thursday. A celebration. For those of you that are listening in here, you'll know that there will probably be a giveaway with it. Now, I'm waiting for a check to come in. I could go ahead and do it. And then when my check comes in, it's going to be Amazon cards. I'm celebrating my 10th year anniversary on YouTube. So you don't want to miss it. I'm going to do this several times during the year. So that everybody will have a chance and I can spread out the cost of it over the year. So if you don't win in one giveaway, you might win in another. But I want it to be for people who have supported me. So I'm not going to announce it outside of my stream. And I would ask that you not share it just, don't share it on your, don't share it. Let me share it. I want to keep it private within this group. I don't want people coming in just to get the gift cards. I want it to be for you guys. And let's take this leg. It's not straight here. Lady, I hate to cut off your leg. I'll share it in Fibdiggity. And I'm announcing it here, and I'm not going to put the word giveaway in the title. I'll announce what the word will be, but it'll probably be like, 10 years, having fun 10 years, or 10 years on YouTube, something with 10 years in it. So if you see that, and I'm hoping to do it Tuesday morning. Alrighty, let's see what I have. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this. And it will be probably hard to turn. Now let's go ahead and let's do the cutting line. About a 1/4 inch approximately. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. And I'll be having more than one of these throughout the year. I don't know if I can do one every month. It depends on my budgeting. My doctor bills are almost paid off. I kind of slided on June because I've been buying flowers for and plants. But I just got couple $100 left to pay, and I'll get that taken care of. One is only $50. So and I could pay that this month. I probably should, but I'm going to buy some more plants. I'm going to buy some more plants for my corner plot. I've been waiting for them to go on sale. Now I have to do her arms yet, the pattern for her arms. Let's go ahead and cut this out. Kimberly says, hey, Meri, I'm not sure you know that Kathy Arbor has a separate gardening channel. Oh, I did not know that. Oh, really? Let me go check that out. Thank you, Kimberly. Oh, wow. Gardening artfully. Oh, look at that. The peonies were in bloom. Let's shout out this because Kimberly left the link. This is Kathy Arbor's separate gardening channel. Let's subscribe and hit the bell. Oh, and Kimberly shared the link to it because that's how I got here. And let's go. I didn't want to do that. I want to go to her about. I always like to start out with the about. Description. My love of gardening and being an artist has been a wonderful combination for the creation of texture, color, line, and dimension in my gardening adventures. I will show walkthroughs and how-to videos of my garden. I did not know that. I hope that you will join me in my adventure. Oh, and she's got some playlists here, a gardening and a garden walkthroughs. She's got some shorts. Look at that. I wonder if she'd mind if I play a short. I don't think she would mind. Let's pick, oh, she needs more shouting out. Let's pick one of these largest 1.1K views. The first day of the nest. Oh, it's a birdie building a nest. Baby mourning dove adventure. Oh, how cool is that? Little birdie there and over here. Oh, look at it. Oh, it's so cute. I hope she doesn't mind that I did that. You guys have to go check this out. Her videos are a garden walk, tree peonies. I've never heard of tree peonies. May garden tour 3 weeks ago. 5 days ago was a garden walk around in June. I'll have to go watch that. I don't want to play too many of her videos because I don't have permission. This is that's me. Oh, I got out of it here now. Where did I go back? Gardening tips for designing non-stop color. Designing tip for, divide and save. How to divide perennials in the spring. Oh, how cool. Thank you for sharing this. And here's her homepage, Gardening Artfully. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Kimberly, for sharing that. I will go watch some of those. Let me go to my live chat. Hi, Joyce. What did Becky say something? Let's see. She has a beautiful waterfall. Oh, really? Now, I have one more project that I want to do this, well, it'll be this summer now. Last year, I bought 2 solar water fountain devices, you know, they're solar, and I've been watching these videos of how they're so easy to put together. I have the containers. Why I didn't get it done last year is I could not find retail, and I didn't order it on Amazon or anything. The tubing. I needed some tubing. Well, I found some tubing at Walmart, so I got that now, and I want to build. I have pots, 2 pots. And what I'm going to use for my holder is colanders, because I already have the holes pre-drilled on them. And I found some that will fit into the pot. And I have some Dollar Tree marbles that I'm going to spread in there. And then you put your little solar fountain into the only thing is, I think those colanders are kind of deep. So I might have to find a way that I can put them in there. Maybe if I fill it with rocks and put the solar fountain on the rocks and, you know, let the water, because the colanders are fairly deep, you know, they're at least, what, 5 or 6 inches deep, a colander, but they fit the pots really good. And all you do is connect it up and let the sun drive and it looks so easy that I thought I'd try it. So that's one thing I want to do yet this year. Thank you for sharing that. Hi, Joyce. Did I say good morning to you? Wow, 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. And I'll tell you, I've been through my ups and downs with it. I'm kind of in not a down. I'm not down. I just have slowed down a little with my streaming in the last few months. And I'm trying to get back into it. So I think if I make my morning streams at 6 o'clock instead of 4:30, at least for a while, because I've been doing a lot of yard work and gardening and all of that, and it's been tiring me out. It's been tiring me out. But I came on at 6 now. 6 o'clock is about when Arlene starts thinking about closing out her day. So I don't know how that's going to work for her. But if I can just get up and get myself in here, it gives me that I'm awake at 4, but I can't get myself in here lately. And I'm thinking if I have my morning time, my coffee, and wake myself up, I'll be able to get in here better. Look at this negative space here. Kimberly says, I completely understand that. Thank you, Kimberly. Meri, I'm not sure you know that. Yeah, thank you for sharing that link, Kimberly. I'm going to enjoy that. Now, my garden, I haven't done a video of it yet, but it is looking nice. But we had a late spring here. We couldn't get out in the garden right away. And so our crops are kind of late, but they're coming along. Our corn is our early corn that we planted. And we planted early corn in May. But it's probably about 2.5 feet tall. So they say knee high by the 4th of July. So, and I think it'll be knee high. It's almost knee high now. So, and then we've got onions. We've already harvested a row of onions. He planted them too close to the corn, and I couldn't weed the corn without grabbing the onions. So I grabbed in fact, we had some for supper last night with the ham and beans. Ham and beans are not my favorite, I'll have to tell you. I told him yesterday. He likes it. They're not bad, but ew. I'd rather eat mayonnaise. Oh, yeah, I think I'm happy with her. Now, keep in mind, she's not going to be that hippie by the time you sew along here. She'll be a little more slender. So let's do the arms. Let's do the arms. And I have to figure this out. I don't think I want to cut the arms on the fold. And I'm sure what Becky did was made 1 and cut 4. So we got in here, we've got the seam line, and we could attach, well, that'll go on. That won't be, will that be sewed shut? I don't think I'm going to sew this area shut right away. I'll leave this open here. Some of the stuffing might pop out. Well, this depends on how. I have to watch and see how. I'll watch Becky's stream. She's going to stream tomorrow at noon Eastern, and she'll probably show how she attaches the arms. So right now I'm going to leave this. I'm debating. I'm not going to stitch it up until I see how Becky attaches her arm to her body. I'll have to decide that. Right now I'm just going to stitch. Even though I'm stuffing in there, I might have to go back and redo that area, but I think it's safer to leave it open for now. Too bad this didn't bleed through over there. I could probably put a pencil mark on here and get that through, but we'll leave it like that. So let's see how I want the arms to look. And I'm just sketching them out. I'll probably have to do it a couple times. Let's kind of fold this back for now, just on this one side, fold it on the line here. So the arm will come and maybe like that. Now, do I want them out or do I want them down? I'd like to have them down, I think. More like that. I might change my mind on that. So the elbow will be right in there. And again, I don't have the stitch lines on here. We'll come back with the stitch lines. And I think it's time for a hand here. Like that. I think I'm happy with that. Now let's do a it doesn't have to be perfect. And there'll probably be mistakes in here. I will probably make mistakes. And I'll stuff and stitch these separately. I need to see, and I'll probably leave an area in here if I need to attach it inside of the body. I'm thinking that she'll probably attach, I don't know how she's going to attach it, but if I have to cut this fabric off here, I'll cut it off later, but it will really end, probably right in here. Right in there. And I'm going to leave some extra fabric here just because I don't know how Becky's going to finish hers. And I'm thinking that I'll attach it here after it's stuffed and push that inside, but I don't know, and I've got those long needles, those long doll needles, so I'll have to figure that part out. but I think it's safer to leave this here in case I need it. If I don't need it, I'll cut it off in there. So I think that's how, and I think you need 4 of these on the finished. And I think if you just turn it over, we'll cut it out here first and see how it looks. Oh, you guys went away. You went dark on me. Where'd you go? I'm still at 100%. Where did you go? My chat went away. My stream went away. My red dot is way back on, gosh, 13 minutes ago. There you are. Hi, Dar, Cheshire. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Should say Beck. Yeah, Becky's here, or was here. Becky, I think, has to take her mother-in-law someplace. She said her mother was coming over and she has to drive her someplace. I missed that, where she was taking her, but I don't know if Becky's still here. Oh, there she is. She says hello. Meri, do you have a set times when you stream so that I can put you in the calendar? Well, Chaz, here's the thing. You can always, I'm pretty good with my Friday night stream and my Sunday night stream. They go pretty good. On Friday nights, I stream from 7:30 until 10. On Sunday nights, I stream from 6 o'clock until 10. And that kind of varies if I have something going, you know. And I usually post. I think I started an hour later on one Friday night. I can't remember. I had something I wanted to get done. And, but my morning streams, I'm kind of struggling with my morning streams. Now, what I've done in the past, I don't usually stream on Monday mornings because I stream on Sunday nights, and that's just a little bit too much for me. But Tuesday and Thursday mornings are really my regular impromptu streams. Tuesday and Thursday mornings, like this morning. And those are pretty, in the past, have been regular for me. In the recent months, I've been struggling. But I keep Friday mornings and Wednesday mornings what I call impromptu, which means I may or may not come on. I try to come on, but lately with all the yard work and we've had doctor appointments and, you know, I've just had a lot going on in my personal life that I've kind of, in the most recent past, I haven't been consistent, and I'm working on that. I want to get back to consistent streaming. And what I was saying, and I posted on my community tab and on my Infib Diggity, that instead of starting at 4:30 in the morning on Tuesday, on my Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Tuesday and Thursdays are pretty constant for me. Wednesday and Fridays are more impromptu. It depends on how tired I am, what's going on in my life. But I think I'm going to start at 6 instead of 4:30. Now that's a hard thing to put in a schedule. And I'd like a link to your schedule, because here's the thing. I have been struggling too with announcing people, because so much has changed recently. People, you know, just like me, they have to adjust their schedules back and forth. And, but Dee Dee, I know Dee Dee is pretty constant with her on Monday and Wednesdays. And, you know, Janet Young and Kathy Arbor, but these newer people that have come on, and Lori Paint Girlies has changed her times. And So it's Lisa. So I have a hard time announcing when somebody's going to be on because I have a hard time keeping up with everybody. And that's why you're doing a schedule. If you, Chaz, if you do a schedule and if you post it on your community tab, when I get ready to, usually I do it at the end of my stream, I could just bop over on my tablet. I think I can still see community. Do you have a community tab? Let's check Chaz out. Let's check out Chaz. Go to channel. Chaz. Channel playlist. Oh, you don't have a community, do you? Where are you going to put? Are you putting it in Facebook? You don't have a community tab. You need to get you a community tab, and you can do that if I think everybody qualifies for community tab now. I'm not totally sure about that. I'm not totally sure. Don't take that as gospel. But if you go to your settings and to your where you can on your settings, I can't think of the tab right now, but in your settings where it shows what you have access to, sometimes you can, and am I not subscribed to you? Whoa, why aren't I subscribed? I thought I was subscribed to you. Let's give you a shout out since I'm here. I should be Chaz, Phantom Chick. Let's go to your about. Channels, playlists, melanoma, music and chasm, horse trainers, Sam Van Fleet, dogs and puppies and car stuff, and oops, I got out of it. And wow, look at that. Horse mane, horse products. You must have horses. A birth of a little pony, a horse stable. I think you have horses. Horse rescue. Look at those horses. Chaz. And then your home. Let's go to your, you don't have a video. You aren't doing videos, but you have playlists and channels. So these playlists for horses must be from people that you're watching. Very cool, Chaz. If I could somehow get a link to your schedule. There's Dee Dee. Meri, I'm thinking of making a schedule of all the fib streams. I would love access to that because I can't keep up with all the changes. I can hardly keep up with myself. Dee Dee says, Meri, iPad and some devices don't have community tab. Oh, really? Now, on some community tabs, let's see if I can get into my own. I know that they're now, but I'm on Android, and this is an Android. This is an old tablet. Let's go. Wait a minute, Meri. Playlist, community. Oh, I think. See, now they have changed it. They must be working on that. Because I can see my own community tab, and I've noticed that I can see some other. This Becky has a community tab. Let's see if I can see Becky's. Let me go to Becky. Aunt Bex. She's right at the top. Let's go to her channel. Yeah, she's got it. See, I can see community tabs now, and you didn't used to be able to see community tabs on your tablets. So if they're fixing it for the Android, I'll bet you that the iPad, if you can't see the community tab, I'll bet it's coming. Now, don't take that as gospel truth because I'm not the spokesperson for YouTube. But I did not used to be able to see other people's community tabs. I could see my own probably because I'm hosting it. But see, I see Becky's community tab here. She's trying to make her front yard pretty again. I'm going to sneeze. So I would keep an eye on it. If you have an iPad, don't give up on them because slowly they get things going. Becky said, keep in mind, I'm an amateur of writing up patterns. And she put a pattern here to her cat pod. And she wrote a crochet pattern for her cat pod. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? This is from Becky. I never knew what a cat pod was before Becky. What's a cat pod? Is that something like an iPod? All right, let me go back to my chat here and see what people are saying. I wasn't a happy camper about that. Becky said, I noticed that they have taken away our abilities to set up a queue. What do you mean to set up a queue? What is that on? Let's see. Are you talking about YouTube? Becky says, I received the lovely book, Dee Dee. Dee Dee must have sent Becky some happy mail. Chaz said, I'm not a streamer yet. Well, Chaz, you keep working at it. I wasn't even subscribed to, and it's probably because you didn't have any videos out there. I sneezed. I need to take care of my nose. I won't do it aloud. I don't have allergies, but it seems like in the spring I always have a little bit more trouble with a runny nose. Let's see what Dee Dee. I was on Dee Dee. Let's see. I welcomed Dee Dee in. Where was she? I missed. Oh, there. Not mine, Chaz. Not mine. iPad now has the community tab. It's working on my iPad Pro. Have you updated your YouTube, Dee Dee? I would try updating on, like I haven't updated on, see, I still have live chat. I haven't updated this tablet for a long time because live chat is now like, it's top messages and all messages. It's not top messages and here, let me hit the, see, I've got top chat, live chat, and fan funding, which is for, super chat and stickers and stuff. There's nothing in there, which is okay. But live chat see, I haven't updated this. This should probably be top messages and all messages. It is on my phones, but not on my tablet. Becky said, you used to be able to go to your subscriptions and set up a watching queue. Oh, you can still do that. I still have, let me go back to my channel. But this is my old, but I have it on my phone too, because did they take that away? Let me go to my library. Let me go to my library. See, watch later. I've got a watch later playlist. Well, see, these are, my newest ones are down at the bottom. I need to change that. Let's see. Unavailable bidding, sort here. Date added newest. Oh, I guess I do have it on the newest. Scrap the world. See, this is things I want to watch. Make your own intense color. Some of these are older here. I don't know. I would think. See, this is Dee Dee's commonplace book, journals and flow book video. Whenever she did that, these are my watch laters. But I'm thinking these are older because that's an old on my own. I don't know how that got in there. Let's remove it. I don't need to watch my own. Biblical art journaling. It must be newest, like this is the newest of all of these. Not the newest of when I added it, because some of these are older. I don't have a whole lot in there. Hold it, let me go back. What did I see? Earl Grey. Well, I keep moving it. I want to move this. Earl Grey tea cookies. I just added that not too long ago. I don't have much in here. I usually put mine in, like my playlists. I like that at the top here, I got my live streams. I've been putting my live streams for like 2023 all in one playlist. And I think I got 2022, all my live streams in a 2022. And then this, I made one for my shorts. Now I know that they have a tab up here for live and shorts, but I like controlling them in my own playlist. I don't trust YouTube. So, and I think I actually made my shorts playlist before they separated their shorts out from their other streams. And here's my soapbox. I've only got 4 videos, and my soapbox is my podcast, and I need to get with that too. And miscellaneous art videos are things that I do, like my gardening walks and that type of thing. And then I have what I wish that they would do with this playlist, because see, I got 4th Art Saturday of April, 4th Art Saturday of February, 4th Art Saturday of January, 4th Art Saturday, I got all these, and here's my Time for Art playlist. And of course, if you look in like this one for August of 2022, I have mine, but then I have everybody else's in there too, of when we were doing those video hops. And I'd like to have a topic where I can put all my Time for Art in a playlist, all my playlists within playlists. And I keep asking for that, and they don't get it. They just have kind of a 1-layer playlist tab, and I'd like to have it in different folders. Like I would like to have a folder for all my 4th Art Saturdays, and I misspelled Saturday there. And a tab for all my live streams, a tab for all my Time for Art, a tab for, and someplace way down here, I even have my Society of Idea Collectors. I'd like to have a separate tab, a higher level playlist that I can, like a file cabinet. And they just haven't done that. So you get all these playlists. I mean, I've got hundreds of playlists, but it's because I do all these little projects. Like here's JB5. And I'd like to put them under categories. And here's one I did a long time ago called Temp Shout Out. I think that's a private one. And this Subby to be is a private one. That's one that I watched that I thought maybe I wanted to subscribe to, but I wasn't sure. Some challenge ones in here. So I've got all these playlists that I'd like to sort out and put under topics, but I don't have that ability here, and I wish they'd do that. Let's go back to my chat, see what you guys are saying to me. I'm still on Becky's channel. Love you, Becky. Let's see. That's Chaz. Where am I? Where am I? That's Kathy Arbor. Oh, here I am. Oh, by the way, this thumbnail here. Well, can I get out of it again? The thumbnail that you see here, that doll over there was done by Kimberly, 557. She sent this doll to me. Well, you can't get into it here. I mean, it's the thumbnail. It goes to my skip ads there. Let's go back into my chat. I need to update this. All right, let's see what we're saying here. Becky says, if you want to set up a queue, open your subscriptions. Go to the 3 dots below a video and select the first option. I'm thrilled to have found it. All right, Becky. All right. I'm glad you found it too. She says, I found it. They moved it to a list instead of having it on the screen. Are you looking on a computer? See, I'm on a mobile phone, so I don't know what you're seeing, but I'm glad you found it. All right, Becky. Yeah, I really love my little gardening angel, Kimberly. I think of you every time I see it. Hi, Janet Nash. She says, oh, Kimberly's doll on your thumbnail. Penny Angelica cousin. Good morning, Janet Nash. It's good to see you. I popped into your stream for just a little yesterday. I had to go out and work in the garden, but I wanted to say hello. You're on a laptop. Okay. Well, that should be similar to, I don't know if it's a laptop similar to a tablet. No, it's more similar to your desktop. I don't know. Janet says good morning. I'm glad you found it, Becky. Let's see, I was reading Dee Dee. She was saying it's not on her, the community tab isn't showing on her iPad yet. She says later days. She says later, guys. So Dee Dee just popped in to say hello. Not a watch later, a queue. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, well, you found it. Now I'm mixed up because I thought you were talking about the watch later, a queue. You used to be able to set up a queue, so you could basically set up a playlist queue to watch now. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know. I've never done that, Becky. Gone now. And then she said a queue is not a later thing. It was set up a list of videos you want to watch now. And it would just go from one video to the next. Oh, really? Well, now see what I do for that is I just put them in a playlist and play the playlist. But she found what she needed. I've never used a queue in that way. So I don't even know if, and probably I may not be able to do it on mobile, and especially in Ode. I haven't updated this. So I'm just glad you found what you wanted, Becky. She says, I'm so thrilled to have found it. I'm glad you found it. All right, I think I'm caught up with chat. Chaz says, Beck, I don't have that option for a queue on iPad Pro. I'm wondering if it's not on mobile. She's on a laptop, so it might be more of a desktop laptop thing. Becky said, Janet, I will have to watch your replay. All right, let me plug you guys in or you're going to lose all your life essence here. All right, so I think I'm pretty happy with my pattern, with my dolly pattern. Let's pick out some fabric. Now the body I am going to do in muslin here. I'm not going to cut it out here today. Well, Becky put hers on. I could. Let's just cut off a piece here. And she said she just pinned. I could cut it out and just cut around it today. Since I have it out and I'm not planning on doing anything else this morning, I opened Sherry Van's work basket. And the only other thing, well, I was going to work in my June journal, but it's 8 o'clock. I got an hour. Let's cut the body out at least. And I could see how hard it is to, let's cut out the body. I'll need 2. So let me, this is like 2 yards of muslin. Let me straighten it out here. I washed it. And I turned it the other way. So I've got to refold this. I've got to refold it. Oh, I've got to stand up. Hold on. You guys can look at my dolly pattern here while I'm doing this. There she blows. Hold it. Boy, there's a lot here. This is not a sheet. This is muslin. I got it off of YouTube. And what I was thinking for the hair, Becky showed what she was in her part 1 video, what she's going to use for hair. I think I'm going to use white hair for an older lady. I don't know if I'll use this because this is more of a cream color. Now, let's see how much I need. I'll need this and maybe this. So I'm going to cut it down here. And if I just cut off a piece here, Now I need 2 bodies and 4 hands. And I think I can rip it. I'm not going to cut on the fold. I think I can rip this and be easier than trying to cut it while I'm... Let me straighten this out. This is a pretty large piece of fabric, so I'm having to stand up. And I'm just going to snip it here, right there, and I'll tear it. Oops. I'll tear it separately. I think I want her to have white hair, so she's going to be an older doll. And I was thinking, oh wait, I can tear it all the way around, I guess. See if I end up at the same cut mark. I think I will. There we go. I'd like to maybe do her in Victorian style, but I want her to have gold gloves and gold shoes. And I could maybe, well, I don't know. I'm going to stop there because I'm thinking. I was thinking leather, but I guess you can have kind of a light brown leather. And who was it that sent me that? Somebody sent me some, I'm thinking it was Candy. Sent me some leather paint. I still have it. It's over there in a purse. Was it Candy that sent me that? I forgot who sent me the leather paint, but I don't know if there's gold in there. But if I don't do leather, I could just paint this with silkscreen paint. And Becky says, do it after you stuff it. So I'll probably do it after I stuff it. I'm folding up this big piece of fabric here. There we go. Now, let's fold this in half. Hold the phone. Mary's getting there. And it's not pressed. So I'll have to press it after I cut it because I'm not, well, I guess I could stop and press it. Might be nicer to press it before I cut it. Get my little iron out. But we're going to put this one on here. We'll need 2 of these. What happened to my hands? And 4 of these. But I think what I'll have to do is cut it this way and then turn it and cut it because the hands will be... All right, let's give this a little pressing. And I'm just going to press it like this. I mean, with an iron, though. But I'm just kind of smoothing it out. Yeah. And my little iron I actually put it up on the shelf. Hold on. They're talking about something there. I'll have to look at chat in a minute. Let me plug in the iron, and while it's warming up, I will. While my little iron is warming up, I'll look at chat. That means I have to unplug my heat gun. Yeah. I don't like to leave these things plugged in. Where did it go? Here. This little iron's been a good little iron. I don't like the handle on it, though. I want a stronger handle. But it is what it is. All righty. We'll let that warm up a little. And let me refresh chat and see what's going on in chat. I'm only going until 9 o'clock Central. Becky says, after I get back from dealing with Scott's mom, I need to watch videos and do the class for today. Let's see. You can find the info here. Let's see. Let me go up and see what Becky's talking about. Chaz said, let's see. I'm going back where up. I scrolled back to where Becky said she was going to watch Janet's replay. Becky said, this week is so full for me, and I signed up for Taster Week. What is Taster Week? Janet says, no worries, Becky. I will message you a clip. Becky said, with Kaleidoscope. Taster Week with Kaleidoscope. Awesome. Hello. Hi, Wondrous Natures. Wondrous Natures. Good morning. She always, or they, I don't know your gender. I'm making an assumption, which that's dangerous, that you are a she, Wondrous Natures, but you always comment on my videos. You always say hi. And I'm so glad to see you in chat. Welcome, 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 welcome. Chaz says, Janet, that sounds fun. Chaz says, hi, Wondrous. What is that, Meri? What is what? Janet said, what is that, Meri? What is what? This is fabric. This is muslin fabric. If you're asking what kind of fabric I'm using, I'm doing Becky's ragdoll, only I'm making her skinny. And Becky said, you're going to have a hard time turning that inside out after you stitch it, Meri. Becky says, hello, Wondrous. It's her ragdoll. Nice shape, Meri. Oh, well, this is probably the fifth pattern. I had her legs on the first one. If you go back and watch the video, I had her legs more of in a V shape, and I didn't like that, so I kind of put them straighter. And I had to work on her torso. We had to make her head a little smaller. But we wound up with a nice doll. But it's going to be, after we stitch her down, it is going to be a bear to turn, but we'll get her turned. I could put a safety pin down here on her legs and see, it looks like I chopped her toe off on that one too. I chopped her toe off on this one too. I have trouble with the bottom here, so I'll have to, I might mend that now. I'm gonna, is that the right one? Let's mend her leg here. Well, let's iron the fabric first. Or is it this one? This is the one. These are older patterns. This is the one that I'm going to use. But see, I've got the cutting line there. So I'm going to cut along the cutting line, but she'll be stitched in here. This is the stitch line. And yeah, that was the one where, these are older patterns. And then I have another one. I guess I made 4 patterns. Oh, I don't want to lose her arm here. No, I think I did make 5 patterns. I can't. Here's all my patterns here. We did this all this morning as I was working it out, eyeballing stuff. All right, so let me press this. My iron's hot. And we'll just kind of press. It won't be perfect. And is it? Yeah, it's double there. Get a few of the wrinkles out. It won't be, but I'll be wrinkling it anyway. Man, I'm getting hungry. What am I going to have for breakfast? I ate all my turnovers. It's gonna hit the camera pot over here, the camera stand. And I still have to do Dee Dee Willingham's paper doll. The pattern's sitting over there. I'm doing a Dee Dee bobblehead doll. And I want to do one for Allie Kate because Allie worked so hard to give me some little Barbie dolls to see how I go from one thing to another. Oh my goodness. All right, let's unplug this iron. I don't like to leave this burn myself. Let's unplug it and set it aside. I'll set it over here and let it cool off. Oops, don't set it there. Where am I going to set it? I'll set it right here. Let it cool. All right. Let me finish looking at chat before I pin this pattern. This one and the arms. Now the arms I'm going to have to do 2 this way and 2 this way. And Becky said she just pinned her pattern and cut around the pattern. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. So now let me see, the arm will go. I left this much because I'm not sure how I'm going to attach the arm, but the arm will go right in there like that. And of course, you know, this is the cutting line. The darker line is the stitching line. All right. Let me refresh chat. I need to refresh my entire tablet here, delete it and update it. Becky says, question. Melissa, did Melissa come in? Melissa, lovely to see you, Janet says. You could raw edge it and not turn it inside out. I could. That's true. I could do that. Do raw edges. Now you're making me want to do more than one. I'm going to try to turn it inside out, but if that doesn't work, I'll do the raw edges. How does that sound? Because I think, you know, you have those special fabric turners for narrow pieces like this. And I think I can use a safety pin and grab a hold of it down that way and then pull it. I think I can do it, but we'll see. We always think we can do stuff until we actually go to it. Chaz says, has anyone got variations on the YouTube video sizes? There's a portrait style that some people shoot in different sizes, Chaz, and that may be what you're seeing. I don't see where we can change but I haven't played with it enough to be able to answer that. Has anybody got variations on the YouTube video sizes? Flo is small like that, Janet says. Oh, it's color with Melissa. Hi, Melissa. Welcome in here. You can make changes by hitting the Control Plus. Becky said that she can make changes by hitting the Control Plus. She's on a laptop. I don't know if I can do that maybe with my settings. Let's see what's in settings. Quality, caption, loop video, report, help feedback, playback speed, and stats for nerds. That's for Scott. So this is how I'm going to cut it out, but I'm going to cut 2 sets of arms, one this way and one this way. But let's do the torso. I don't know if I have any. I took all the pins out of Penelope, and I've got them in an envelope up there, but I might have to put some needles in here. We'll just use needles and pins. I think this is a, it's not a tatting needle. If you want to know on your needles, this is just a longer craft needle. On tatty needles, the eye up in here is a lot more slender. On your regular needles, it's got a fatter eye. So I know this is not a tatting needle. But I tap with it when I want to do small stuff. But I wish they'd make their tatting needles a little bit longer. I'm going to put this right in here because I don't have enough pins, I don't think. Well, she's got several pins. Not enough, though. I took all the pins out of Penelope. I don't know what I did with that envelope of pins. Oh, we'll see what I have here. Let's pin her feet down. I'm getting hungry. What are you going to have for breakfast, Meri? I don't know. Some of these pins I stuck in glue, so they're a little hard to pin. That's not straight. Let's pin it here. Penelope tends to eat all of the pins. She says, but you put them in glue. I do. Let's pin this. This one, this is not sitting straight for me. Pretty good. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have enough. I don't have to use any needles. Might put another couple in here if I can find them. Ouch! Ooh, that hurt. Oh, that's the tape underneath. Some of these pins have glue on them because I tend to stick them in my glossy accents. Here. Sorry, little pattern. Tearing you up before I even get to use you. Let's see, I wanted another one right in here. That's a needle. Penelope, you're eating it. Yeah, but it's yummy. All right, I'm going to cut this out before I cut out the arms. And I am going to stitch this on my machine. I'm not going to try to hand stitch this. I probably could. And I really need, let's use these. And I noticed, Deborah Brown gifted me these scissors, but she just had a birthday, but she's passed away. She's passed away a couple years now. But I noticed people had still been wishing her happy birthday on her channel. I get notifications. I missed Janet Baum's birthday. I don't know why I'm not getting a notification. She may not have it set up. I think you can set whether you want your birthday announced on Facebook or not. But if you had a birthday and I missed it, chances are I missed it because I get all my birthday announcements. That's not straight. That's not straight. Let's straighten her out. Let's straighten this lady out. It might make a difference when I in the grain of fabric. She comes more, yeah, she's not straight from the beginning. Ouch. All right, I could move her over a little. I do kind of look at how this is frayed here. I like Janet Nash's suggestion to have raw edges. I might do that I might make a doll like that. I'm going to try to stitch this one. But I like the idea. I love this fraying in there. And that would make a fun little doll. Okay, I'm going to put a pin here at the top. And a pin down here. Maybe right in there. And there. Oh, there goes our phone. Let me put it on mute. Hold on. Let me go on mute. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. Telemarketers. 8:30 in the morning. Let's see. It's almost 8:30. So all I'm going to do for the rest of the stream, I think, is work on my dolly here. I might pick out some more fabric. Let's see. Let's put a pin here. And let's move this one over here. Yeah, Deborah Brown gifted me these scissors. Bless her heart. And I think she's passed away. And I noticed that people have been wishing her happy birthday on her Facebook page. And if you, I'm going to repeat myself, if you had a birthday and if you're in Fibdiggity and I missed it, it's probably because I'm not getting a notification in Facebook. I need to set up, and I'm working on a birthday list. I'm working on a birthday list in Fibdiggity, but I don't have that done. I'm slow like that. All right, we're just going to cut around this pattern as nice as I can. And this is allowing for the 1/4 inch seam line here. And I can't get my scissors under there. I don't like to. Now, this is just the gutter in the magazine. Well, you see this white space here? This is a 2-page spread. And that's the gutter. I almost feel like basting her together. I might baste her together before I stitch it and baste it along in here. And then I can take out the baste line. We'll see. I don't know. Let's take this and move it over a little. Where's my little scissors? Well, no, that's the... What did I do with the little ones? Did I not put them back? I get things out. I get things out, Becky, and I don't put them back when I'm done. We'll use, these are not the little ones I was looking for, but I need a little scissors in here, a smaller scissors. No, if I can turn the corner here. I guess I did. They don't cut that. I need a sharpened scissors. Let's try these. Oh, no, these are getting pretty dull too. And I think Becky might have used pinking shears. I don't know if she used pinking shears or not. She said if you didn't want the ravel, you could use pinking shears. I don't know. I didn't get that far in my video watching, Becky. I'm sorry if I'm giving misinformation. You can correct me at any time you feel like it. All right, let's see how that looks. Now, see, I think I want a basting line in here. And so I could just mark it with a pencil. So a guiding line on here. I'll take my pattern again and put a guiding line on there. A 1/4 inch. So I know where to stitch, because I'm not that good with machine stitching. We'll see what I do. I don't know if I'll film that or not. I could try to take my camera in there and just make a video, and you guys can watch me. You can watch me flounder with it. Now, I don't think I left us. Let's leave just in case I need it here on the arms, I'm going to leave a little extra here. Doesn't look like I did that, but I know I did it on the arms, but I'm going to leave it here too. And I cut this straight to the edge here. I did not leave. So I'll probably have to tuck that arm in. Well, no, I did leave a cutting line. No, I didn't. Well, yeah, no, I didn't. See, I cut that extra and I didn't cut extra over there. So this arm might be a little shorter, but I could compensate when I put that arm in there and just tuck it in. I'm not sure how I'm going to handle that. I goofed. Oh dear, Meri made a mistake again. I'll probably make a lot of mistakes before this is over with. Becky says I try to tell her. I try to tell her and she doesn't listen. Well, she listens, but it's always after the fact. I hear somebody talking. My brother talks to the cat. That yellow cat that bit me last year. I was sitting out on that park bench. And he tried to jump up on my lap and I wouldn't let him do it. I said, you bit me. You bit me last year or 1 year. I don't know if it was last year. I won't let him jump up on me anymore. He didn't know me. He didn't know me. And he thought I was going to hurt him and he took a snap out of my arm. And I won't let him jump up on me. He purrs around my legs though. He always comes over and visit. Yesterday, they have one of those little, those little snippy dogs. Not a terrier. It's a new breed that they have out. But those dogs are little, and they're really one-person dogs. And boy, that little dog got out. He's a house dog. He got away from him yesterday, and he come over in our yard, and I was out on the porch swing, and he was really telling me off. I said, hey, you're in my land. I'm not in your land. You shut up and leave me alone. I didn't tell him that. I said, he's got a lot to say. And he was running away. He was running away from home. And there were 5 of them out there trying to catch him. They had to surround him. He went around the back of the house and we had a person on each side of the house. They finally caught him and took him in. that neighbor lady, she has her hands full. She has her hands full. Now, I think that what I'm going to do is baste around here. Let's cut out the arms. What time is it? It's 8:30. Let's cut out the set of arms. Whatever I did with that pattern. What did I do with it? Here it is. So we've got to cut out one set and then flip it over and cut out the other set. So we'll cut it this way first. Oh, I ran out of pins, so I might have to take some pins out of here. Yeah, that little dog had a lot to say, and boy, he said it too. And then we've got new neighbors. My brother's longtime fishing buddy lived across the street from us, and they retired and moved to Arizona. And they sold that house to a man who had one arm, and he couldn't take care of it very well, and he was secluded. He was a hermit, and he wasn't very sociable. And people would offer to be nice to him. I know my brother was over there when the wind blew the trees down, and my brother went over there and helped him. But anyway, he ended up dying alone, and they didn't find him we thought maybe he was on vacation. I noticed that there was no activity over there, but you never know. If they don't tell you what's going on, and if they're not sociable, you know, if they're a hermit, and if you try to make friends with them or something, they rebuff it. You know, I don't feel guilty. And I talked to his sister after she was over cleaning up the house and everything. My nephew's wife sold the house, and she sold it to a really nice young couple. And I don't know the lady, but the young man is always out working in his car, and my brother kind of knows the young man or has spoken to him. I said good morning to him one morning. They're not really all those social with us. They're kind of younger than we are. I wish he'd take my brother fishing. All right, there's the hand on this side, but remember it will be skinnier. But I'm thinking I'm going to baste this. I'm going to baste it on the stitch line there so I can kind of shape it out the way I want it. And we're going to cut another hand, and we're going to turn it over. See, that hand will go inside like this. Now let's turn this. Hold it. Wait a minute. The pins. Let me flip this over. The hand will go in here like that. And it will be skinnier. Probably have to go up a little bit more. Meet her shoulder. And I'm going to have to watch and see how Becky attaches hands to the shoulders, because we're going to have to do that. Now, on this one, I left enough space. This one, I didn't. I guess I could mend that. I could mend it. Well, I could just leave enough space on here. Just not put it in as we'll see how this attaches. I got to watch and see how Becky is attaching the arms. We'll learn from Becky on that one. Looks good over here. And this one, I think I can just not put it in as far and have my extra space from here. I think. I'm not sure. I goofed there. I didn't have a cutting line. This one I had a cutting line on. I cut it straight to the body. This one I left space. Shame on you, Meri. All right, so this one, I've got to cut this way. So let's do that. Is this what I was using? Must be. All right. I thought I had another. I guess I didn't. Oh, yeah, I do right here. That's what I want. And I'll be out to chat here in a minute after I get this cut out. Now, I watched Daniela Mellon, and she uses those fusion pins on her stitchery because if you heat them, the ink is supposed to disappear. But I think that ink can reappear under certain circumstances. I think I'm going to use a pencil and kind of mark my basting line with a real light pencil because I want it to be shapy. I don't want it to be just be straight arms. And I'm going to base this before I stitch it because I'm not talented enough just to, I'm not a talented stitcher, sewer. And so I'm going to baste first. You talented, experienced sewers don't need to baste. Meri needs to baste. Now I left on here, I left enough space in here so I can cut right here. And this part will tuck in to the body. Somehow. I gotta watch and see how Becky attaches her arms. But I think I understand. I'm not totally sure. It's just a rag doll. And I'm going to use, this is a cream colored fabric. This is unbleached muslin. I got it for batiking. I've got a whole bunch of it. And I think I had 2 yards of it. I bought 2 yards. But I'm going to use some white for the hair. I want her to have white hair. Kind of reminiscent of Meri. All right. What did I do with the other arm? Did I throw it in here? What did I do with it? Did I throw it over here? What did I do with the other arm? Can't have gone too far. I cut it out. Meri, you goofus. Well, I had it here. That's not it. Huh. It's not in that pile of stuff. Is it on to her? No. What did I do with it? I must have thrown it over here with the... Oh, I might have to cut another set of arms just because I can't find the... I don't see it. I don't know what I did with it. I'll find it after the fact. I'm going to cut another one just because I can't find this. I'm going to attach this one to the body. I'm not going to fool with... Did it go on the floor? I don't see it on the floor. I don't know what I did with it. I'm thinking I want to put some tatting on her. I want to put some tatting on her. I'm going to attach her to the doll, so I won't lose this one. Oh, I got to take the paper off. Did I take the paper off? Honestly, Meri, you do the craziest stuff. All right, I need it to go this way. I don't know what I did with the other arm. I'm just going to cut it out again. Won't take me but a minute or two. Penelope's getting tired of this. And I think Kimberly said scraps like this she saves for stuffing. We could probably... Oh, is this it? Look, I found it. Yay, I don't have to. All right. Penelope says, good enough. All right, we've got 2 arms. So they'll go in here. I'll have to even this up. I didn't. I'll have to even that up somehow. So when I stitch it, I've got to be sure that it stitches. This one fits better. I might have it go. It just depends. It looks awfully fat right now, but by the time I get the stitching on it, it doesn't look so fat on this side. And that's why I want to mark my lines. So I think I am going to do that with a pencil. Of course, my pencil has disappeared. Honestly, Meri, I try to keep everything in one. I try to keep it in my baskets up here, but there it is. So let's start with this arm. And I want it to be shapy. Where's the arm pattern? Yeah, I throw things around without thinking. Extra pins here, just so I don't lose them. All right. So if I based, now remember I've got my stitch line in here. So if I based here, depending on how I'm going to attach it, we just want a 1/4 inch around in here. And that seems like it's out an awful lot. Let's move it in a little bit more. And I don't know if you can see my pencil marks, but I am going to put a pencil mark. And this will be on the inside anyway. And my arms may not be the same shape. I mean, they'll be the same shape, but they may, because I'm doing pencil marks here, there may be a little different. All right, we're going to try just basting this morning. I've got, well, maybe I won't. I don't have it. Well, maybe I will. Penelope! And I've got a threaded needle here that's got a fairly long, well, no, I don't. I unthreaded it. Where's my skinnier needle? We'll try. Did you eat all my needles, Penelope? Yeah. Penelope eats my needles. I want a smaller needle. Let's try one of these. These are yarn darners. I don't know how sharp they are. We'll see if they go through my fabric. Feels sharp. I just want to baste. Yeah, that's not going to go through my fabric. They're not sharp enough. I'm going to put it in there. I had a sharper needle. Ouch. Is that it? Penelope, I wish you would not eat my needles. Here, that's what I just put in there. Is that the same? This one goes through a little. Not sharp. I don't have the sharps out. These are all... I don't generally stitch with these. I use them for paper. Let's try this one. This one might work. All right, now if I can just thread it. I'm only going to use one thread. I'm not going to double my thread. Now let's see if I can actually thread this needle. It's got a pretty big eye. There we go. And where does that go? I can't see my thread. And I only want one thread. Because this is, I'm going to pull this basting thread out. And put these back in my drawer. Those are yarn needles. Those aren't, they don't have sharp points on them. I use them for paper. All right, I'm going to start over in here. But I think I'm going to leave a portion of this open. Because I don't know how I'm going to handle it. And this one isn't even all that sharp. Let me get my doll out of the way. My sewing needles are out in the other room. Because that's usually where I sew. And I'm just going to baste here. And I didn't even make a knot at the end of my thread. Where's the end of my thread? Let's make a knot down here. Kind of roll it, knot it, twist knot. There. And this will come out. This needle, I need a sharp needle. But let's just do a baste here. And I'll stitch. I don't know if I'll stitch right on my basting line. I might stitch just next to it. It generally pulls out anyway. Well, I got a loop in here. And I'll sit in maybe out on the front porch and baste this all together. No, I got to get to town. I told that lady I'd be there at after 1:30, so I have a little time this morning. But I need breakfast. I haven't eaten any breakfast. Should eat my breakfast at 4 when I get up. What time is it? 8:52. I have a few minutes. Let's see if I can't get this basted. I always have trouble, even when I tap, with catching. Sometimes it catches and I get these loops. There. I get my thread. Probably because I used too long of a thread. And I'm basting along that pencil line, and it'll be on the inside. The pencil line will be on the inside, because I'm going to have to flip this. But I'm not going to flip it until after I stitch it. And I'll have to cut little snips in there so it'll curve. But we'll do that later with my sharper scissors. I was not going to do the rag doll. This is Becky. I'll go ahead and announce it. Becky is doing a project where she's doing a rag doll. And don't use my goings on here as a tutorial, because it's not. And even Becky said she's not going to share her pattern because she wants you to make it your own. But let me tell you, she does a good job of explaining what she's doing in her part 1 video, Becky at Beck's Creations. Becky was in here earlier. I don't think she's still, is she still here? Kathy starts at 10 Eastern, I think. At 9 Central, so just a few minutes from now. Kathy, 2 Kathys, Calico Kate and Kathy Berg. Kathy Berg and Colleen kind of stream together, so sometimes it might be on Colleen's channel. But they generally stream on Tuesday mornings around 9 Central, 10 Eastern. And Becky, if you want to leave a link again, if you have it available where you can just do a cut and paste real quick, leave a link to your part 1 video, and her part 2, she's going to do this Wednesday at high noon Eastern, and she's going to be putting her dolly together. I don't have time to go through the fabric and show. I need to baste all of this. I'm hoping to get the arm done here pretty quick before I leave. Calico Kate, Kathy, I think, streams at 9, and Kathy Berg. But Kathy Berg might be on CK Art, which is Colleen, too. I think they trade back and forth. I just got this to go. I think I can do that pretty fast here. And we'll at least get her arm. And I based because I'm not I need a guideline. I'm not that talented with sewing on the machine yet. I don't have that much confidence that I can just go and make it how I want it. So I like to baste it. And I'll baste everything together. And let's see. This is Tuesday. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow morning. But if I do, it's Wednesday morning. And if I come on at 6, I'll only stream until 7:30. I feel like I'm going to try streaming my early streams at 6 o'clock, at least for a while, and because I'm just so tired with all the gardening and everything else that's going on, that I haven't been making it for my streams. And I think if I make it a little bit later, I can do it. So I might come on. If I come on tomorrow, it'll be at 6 o'clock. And I don't know if I'll have this all basted, to tell you the truth. I got envelopes to paint. I have some other things. I want to make cards yet. I'm just so behind on everything. Let me finish up this shoulder. Oh, I guess I am finished because I pulled the needle out. I will rethread my needle later. But here's generally the arm, so you can see the shape of the arm. And so it'll be much more slender, and that's why Becky was saying it's going to be hard to turn. But I think if I put a safety pin in here, I can flip it. We'll see. So, thank you guys for bearing with me, and do take note of my change in time. I think I'm going to start my early streams at 6 in the morning instead of 4:30. Just for a while, see how that works. And I might, after I get consistent schedule and rested up, I might go back to 4:30. This is kind of a temporary thing for me. So the arm will go in like that and like this. Let's put her, well, no, let's put her down this way. So, and then I opened Work Basket magazines from Sherry Van this morning. I'm going to have to, she was in here earlier, but I'm going to send her a message and thank her for it. Let's put this in a little bit more. That's going to be my thumbnail. I want to thank you guys for coming. I've got 1 minute here. Oh, there's Dee Dee. She says, yep, I don't focus on the money either. Becky said, I'm not focusing on the money. It's just nice, a little bit to play with every 3 to 4 months. Let's see. Becky said, it's taking longer and longer for me even to reach 100 threshold. I'm thinking that they're ads. I've noticed other channels have been mentioning that too, Becky. I think they're ads. They've done something. I don't know, because I'm not getting the same. It is getting harder. There are just so many people on. And I'll tell you, I noticed that when they started doing their shorts. I love shorts, but I think that they're focusing a lot of their advertising on the shorts, which kind of bothers me in a sense, because I don't know about you. I watch a lot of shorts. I like shorts, but I just pass right on by. I don't watch the ads on the shorts. I don't know who does. I see, oh, I've seen, because they play the same thing over and over and over and over. I might have watched one, but you know, it's the same ad over and over and over and over. I've seen that one before, and I don't take time to say, I've seen this ad before. And I think, I don't know, don't take it as gospel, it's just my feeling. I think when they introduced shorts, I think that it affected what they focus on the long. They say I don't know, they might refute me on that, but I can only say what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a big drop in revenue. So it isn't the money, it's the community that keeps me going here. And it's just like what you guys are saying, but let me amend that. We do put in the time, and YouTube benefits from our videos. YouTube benefits from our content. If everybody quit making videos, YouTube would not have any content, or they wouldn't have any fresh content, or they'd have to hire out their content, which I'm not sure I would like that either, because if they only had hired out content, you'd probably have to apply for it. And, you know, I'm not sure. I like the idea that it's free. YouTube is a free platform. Anyone can come on as long as you abide by the guidelines and get your subscribers and everything. You can still have a free platform. For me, it's you guys. And it's after 9, and I got to get off my soapbox. So thank you all for spending a Tuesday morning with me. I have some things I've got to get done today. I might try to come on tomorrow, but if I'm not on by 6:15, I'm not coming on. Have a great day, everybody. Go out, enjoy the day. Bye.